I just gotta feed a few fish before we go.
Oh, fish I ordered came in. Alright, let's go get them. Before I check out what I brought in, or what Jeff brought in for fish, I also need to pick up some supplies for myself. Now that we have breeding fish in the gallery and there's fry, we need to have flake food to actually feed them. I haven't bought flake food for a long time, but one of the things that I like is that when it does come to flake food, they've got an explanation of what all of them are. Then they individually bag them up. You only need a little bit, or you need a lot. I'm gonna get some brine shrimp and some earthworm. Technically, I think that was it. That's all I needed was the flake food, besides taking a look at the fish that I ordered in. Tamara, do you remember if we needed anything?
Fish.
Just a fish.
So many fish.
These guys are looking amazing. So Jeff recently just got an order of fish in, some of which are for me. I'm gonna get Jeff to walk us through this order so you can have a kind of a peek at it. Jeff is the owner of One Fish, Two Fish in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Jeff, go ahead and take it from here.
So yours will be great because I told you they would be smaller. Do you want to do yours first, or do you want it like utter disappointment right away?
Yeah.
Or do you want to ease into disappointment?
Let's do disappointment.
So I had told you when you asked me to bring these in.
So all of these are new, and those are as well?
These are the old garbage quarantine systems that we used to run. This is the new quarantine system that we are building. To say it is better is a understatement of the century. These are all run together, so anything we're quarantining obviously all has to coincide with one tank. So if anything gets sick in one, it gets sick in three.
Yeah.
Even if these two don't look bad, we still have to treat the entire. So the new quarantine system is all individual tanks.
Yeah, everything's actually isolated. Black Phantoms, these are really nice.
Yeah, those we bought, I think 150 of those, did not lose a single fish.
That's not common.
Not common at all.
Yellow Calvus.
Yellow
these
Calvus,
are tiny, aren't they?
They are very tiny. And again, when you say that those are tiny, wait till you see yours.
Oh, Lord.
Black Calvus, really nice fish. Again, frontoses. That's actually not a bad size for the fronts. That's sort of what they come in at.
Yeah. I think that's right around the size that I got mine.
Yeah, that's usually, and then some Demasonize or Demonsones, however you want to say it.
Yeah, these are actually always nice.
They are always nice. They're a very, very pretty blue color fish. Again, not a single loss in those. So do they know what you ordered yet?
Well, I did a podcast with this guy named Michael who does a lot of biotope aquariums, and I was thinking about getting elephant nose fish anyways, and then he just kind of pushed me over the top. And that's kind of why I was like, hey, can you get me XYZ species? And it turns out you couldn't get the ones I wanted, but you did bring in some. So something is better than nothing.
So as usual on those orders, and you know because you've done a handful of them, you ask, you hope, you get what gets sent for the most part.
Yeah.
So I had ordered a couple of different kinds of elephant nose. These are the kind we got. Another cool fish, actually, just before I show you these guys, again, they came in bite size. Tanganyika killifish.
Oh, sweet.
Very rare fish, not something we get that often.
I can't see them. It's so
Not
hard to
tough
focus.
enough to go with most cichlids, but if you've got a very laid back, very cool fish.
Oh, look at the pygmy quarries. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're not a lot to them.
Well, everything looks like it's fresh in their tanks. They've only been a couple days, so they still need some time to color up, but... Yeah, okay, so where's my elephant nose?
So, here's the bad news.
Great.
You've already seen them twice, and they have been so small that you kind of look past them both times.
Oh yeah, I see them now.
So, if you want to zoom in, and you're gonna need a zoom in feature here.
Oh man.
These are the 1 to 2 inch elephant nose, otherwise known as.
I can't see them.
8 centimeters.
The camera doesn't want to focus on specks.
Yeah, they are not. And the thing is, there's a bunch of them in there. There is 18, 19, 20 of them floating around in there.
Oh, they're still super cool.
They are a very cool fish, but the problem is at that size, you're not getting the full display of them. You're not getting the nose out like when they get a little bigger, you're going to see.
Yeah, and these guys communicate through electrical pulses in the water. I wanted to get them and rig up like a little thing that can listen to them.
And that's very cool. Actually, that's one of the reasons I've never stocked them, because when I buy them, it's much more cost efficient to buy more. And I have always been to the impression that they were very similar to like a ghost knife, where you can't put a bunch together. And then a supplier actually sent me, I had ordered 3, and 3 ended up getting messed up years ago for like 30. And whenever I kind of complained about it, saying, where am I going to put all these individual? He let me know that they can actually go in the same tank. So
They're not. I technically asked Jeff if he could get in one of 2 species, and I would need them a lot bigger than this because I got big tanks, but I don't think I want those guys. They're just not what I wanted, and I don't want to settle, and they're just not that big. It means I'd have to grow them out. I'd really have to put some real focus and effort on them, but man, I don't know. They are cute. I mean, what do you think?
exactly like you said. And you've done this a couple times, so you know when we order, we kind of go off the list and hope for the best. I knew whenever I'd ordered them that there was a chance they wouldn't send the ones you were hoping for. I didn't want to not get any. I also love them. When you asked for them, it was one of the things that I was like, it's a good excuse to bring a bunch in. So I did.
Yeah, and get to see them in person, because that's a huge part of coming to the fish store, is like getting to see a ton of different fish you've never seen before in person. And I like to see these guys. I've seen elephant noses in person. Not that species. Definitely not that species.
And definitely not that size. They've always been 3 times, 4 times the size of that when they come in.
Yeah. Let me think about it. I'm going to get them.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll do. I think I might do one of those tanks. Maybe the elephant mouse. They're just incredibly interesting to look at.
I managed to catch some species I was looking for when I was in Cameroon, and I had made a little device to find them, which is a piezoelectric device. So this is just made from a little device attached to some headphones and some metal rods. And you stick those in the water and you will hear the electrical signal from them converted into sound. Yeah. So you can hear like zit, 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 or zzz, and you know that they're there because you can hear them.